Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Texas. I know it looks beautiful, but it's actually very chilly today, and it's still very wet because guess what? It's still raining here in Texas. It rained about 2 inches. You can see water on the ground still. Everything's completely wet, so that means we're not mowing today. Also, I recently had my trailer and my truck looking pretty good because I used it on my other channel building beds for my kids. Well, look what the rain did. It was pretty for about 30 seconds. Now it's back to being dirty. Since it's so wet, we're not going to do any mowing today, but we do have an upgrade for the mower, and it's something that I've put off for way too long buying, and something I didn't realize I needed until recently when I got my first commercial account. It's an upgrade for the mower that cost a lot of money, but by doing it, it's probably going to save me more than it cost. I'll show you what I mean. So what is our upgrade? Well, it's this flap thing right here, or lack of flap thing. So I have the stock little deflector on there that I have to use this custom bungee strap to hold it up because it won't go on the trailer without hitting the fender of the trailer and ripping it off. But yeah, I have to get it off the trailer like this, and then I lower it down like that to keep things blowing out, but at a safe level. Well, I have a commercial property that's on the side of a major highway now, and I realized how much trash and debris gets in the ditches and the yards that you don't see, like very heavy metal things and rocks and sticks and all kinds of things that would be terrible if this mower decided to throw them into the cars that are on the highway right next to the property. So it got me thinking, I need to get something for this because this is just not doing it, because this does keep it low, but it still throws it out. So I did some research, and there's several options. Skag has one that is just like this, but it has a metal plate that goes over. It looks cool, but it seems super complicated. There's also several that have a handle that you can use to do the same thing, so it's not really ran by a solenoid or anything like that, which is also cool. But I didn't like the idea of another handle up here because I run into stuff. I'm mowing around some crazy stuff all the time. I didn't want the handle getting caught. And then I found the one that seems everybody loves. It's called the grass flap. It has another foot pedal you put up here that you can control the discharge, open and close with a foot pedal. And when I saw the foot pedal and it's just cable driven, I said that's easy maintenance. It should work all the time, and if there's ever a problem, it's the worst you have is a cable replace. The grass flap cost me about $389. Insurance claims and paying off people's broken stuff would probably cost me more than that. So today, we're gonna put the grass flap on the Skag and get rid of the rubber baffle that's on there. All right, we have everything out of the box, and there's not a lot here. There is the adapter for the no drill assembly. This is the grass flap, that's the pedal, and you have the cable and all the hardware to do the job. The instructions are quite lengthy because they're made for every type of mower out there, so they have all kinds of scenarios on what may work for your model, but it's pretty straightforward. You pull this deflector off right here, and install this piece right here in the same location, that way you don't have to drill into your deck. Once that's installed, you attach the flap to this, make some adjustments, then you install your pedal, hook the cable up, and do a whole bunch of test fitting and things like that to make sure everything is adjusted correctly and works perfectly. Y'all got that? Easy as pie, right? I actually thought that spring might give me. Wasn't sure where it was gonna go. But yeah, now that's off. Let's put the no drill adapter in its place. Almost messed up. It says bolt heads on the inside. I'm sure that matters. And there you have it, no drill installation. Next up, we install the flap. Ooh-wee. There's gonna be a lot of adjusting to get this right. But this is pretty awesome. I can see how they you can adjust it right here with these bolts, front and back, and these in and out. All right. We'll do a quick one right there. Oh man, that's almost perfect. Right. Oh, you can go forward and backward in the same hole. That's awesome. See, I learned something. I read the instructions. Oh man, that's pretty perfect right there. We're gonna leave it right there and tighten it down. That's what it looks like. So when it's closed, it's closed. And when it's open, it'll be like that. Awesome. And you can make adjustments right here if you needed to, and you can make adjustments right here. This goes this way and that way. So once you have it in position, you just float it to where you want it to be, tighten it down. Now, I believe the next step is to figure out where we want our foot pedal. And since we have the Skag Tiger Cat 2, we have to think, where can it not be in our way? Because we have a parking brake right here. Also, our floor lifts. So you have to account for where you mount it when you pick things up. So I'm thinking I would like it right there next to the parking brake, but not in the way of the parking brake. That way there's not too much going on. I know I don't want it over here because I use that one all the time. I don't really use this one unless I'm getting off. Somewhere right there looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. All right, we have our pedal installed, and it looks like this right here. All right. That looks like it'll be just fine. Brake off, brake on. This will probably be up here somewhere. Haven't used it before, but I imagine it's not gonna stay on the floor until it's hooked up. But yeah, we're gonna go with that. Let's see how it looks, and you fold the arm up, or the floor up. Oh yeah, that's fine. Cool. Now we just need to route this cable in a way that gets to that side without interfering with the floor raising, which is pretty simple. I think you just run right there, go right behind the Tiger Cat 2, come back right here, curve straight to right there. We have the foot pedal installed, we have the flap installed, and you would think running the cable between the two would be the easiest part. You are wrong, especially if you own a Tiger Cat 2, because the place the foot pedal mounts has to also come up and down, meaning the routing of the cable is a big deal because it has to move, but also not so much that when you put it down, it's in the pulleys like it is now. So I called up Grass Flap and talked to them about it, and they said, this is what we do. They usually use zip ties and magnets to hold it up against this right here, the bottom floor plan. I said, that sounds great, but I want a more permanent solution. So I'm gonna go get some 1/4-inch cable clamps. I'm gonna drill some holes and make this permanent. That way I'm not relying on zip ties and magnets to hold my cable from my pulley system. So I'll be right back after a quick trip to your local Lowe's. We are back from Lowe's, and I hate to say how long this project's taking, but we're gonna do it the right way. So I got some of these metal cable clamps that I'm gonna use to support this cable right here on the bottom side of this floor plan, because I want it to be a very permanent installation and not something that's going to fall apart just because a zip tie or a magnet was holding it in place. So we get to drill some holes in our no drill kit to make it right, but that's okay because we want it to last. So there is our foot pedal, there's our flap, and we have the cable routed underneath and secured with these cable clamps. I've already checked it. It works fine when the deck is up and down. That's really hard one-handed. All right, so let's see what we've been waiting for. So I've already learned the hard way that you don't just press it, because if you just hold it down, it doesn't work. So here you go. You just give it a little tap and it's up, a little tap and it's back down. And if you want to mow a little bit with it open, you just hold it. But if you just press it all the way down, it gets stuck. because that's not the way it works. It has a cam effect. So when you want to work it, you just push it and let go. It's really hard to get used to. It's a really weird feeling because you want to push it down, but really all you gotta do is push it until it breaks over right there, and then it flops up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm sure, because there's about 14 adjustments on this, that after my first time mowing, I'll probably tweak on this a little bit, but so far, it looks pretty awesome. So many of you guys reached out and asked, what did they do to fix my deck? A couple videos ago, I told you I bent the deck, but not really the deck. I bent the mounting points of the spindles, meaning they were tweaked a little bit, or enough that it made the blades rotate slightly off plane. So what did they do? Well, they took the spindles out and they made, well, they have a tool that kind of fastens as though it's a spindle, but it's got like a 6-foot pipe on it. And then they heated up the area around it and just massaged it until this level was flat again. You can see, you can't even tell where they heated it up because, well, they didn't heat much up. They also repainted it. And so many people are saying, why'd you bend it back? Well, bending it back was only 300 bucks. A brand new deck was like 1,500. And this mower's less than a year old. It looks, I mean, it's in great shape. I know what I hit that one day, and it was enough to bend both of these. It was actually so much it killed the mower instantly. And I just thought I bent a blade. I actually did bend a blade. I bent both blades. I also tweaked the deck. So that's what they did to fix it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna run with it because 300 bucks is pretty cheap compared to 1,500. Also, I don't really want to be buying a new deck so early in my career. I know eventually I'll probably have a spare deck and that'll probably be it. But for right now, we're gonna keep fixing it if it happens again. Well, it depends. If it happens real bad, we'll probably replace it. But so far, it's been mowing amazing. It's been mowing as good as it was the day I got it. Now this is a pet peeve of mine, and I don't know if it's a scag thing. I keep losing these things. These guys right here. This is your cover for your spindle. And it's got these little nuts right here. You just tighten up. Well, after a whole day of mowing, almost every day after a whole day of mowing, one of these will be missing. Like I have a new company policy. Every time I start the mower, I just reach down and tighten on these because they're gonna walk out all day long. I've tried to change out the hardware. I've tried to change out, they have this little clips on the back side to keep them in place. I've changed those out. It doesn't seem to matter. They just keep walking out. And I don't really want to get rid of the spindle covers because I like them there, plus it's safe and I can step on the deck and never worry about stepping on anything right there. But yeah, these, like once a week I have to replace one of these because they're no longer there after a whole day of mowing. And you guys have that problem? What are you doing to keep them from walking out? Or do you just go ahead and take the whole spindle cover off and do away with it? In last week's video, I asked for help with my 2-stroke gas cans because I hate the ones I have. You're either stuck with these right here that have dumb spouts on them. I bought these from Tractor Supply and put my own vents in them, but that creates their own problems. Or you have the ones that they don't vent, and when you try to use them, it sprays gas everywhere. And I had mentioned, I wish they made a smaller version of those. Well, guess what? They do, and all you guys knew it, and you guys told me to get some. So I did. So I got these 2.5 gallon Tough Jugs. They have a built-in vent in the spout, so you can literally turn it upside down, and when fluid hits the spout right there, it stops flowing. So I'm gonna give them a try. So far, they sort of work out. They sort of work out in my trailer. So like up here, out of the way, this one works right here, no problem. Good replacement. But back here, I've got a problem because this one's under the blower and that's not really gonna work. So I've been thinking, what if I took that fuel container and moved it right over there? I know that's the vent for my trailer, so I'd have to look to see, will it cover it up? Because you can see I have to build a spacer off the wall anyway, so maybe it won't matter. But what if it looks something like this? That one right there. And see, now this is where it gets weird because it would be something like that. And I don't know if that's gonna work without moving everything, because it should, like right there, it should work. It should be just fine. I really like it there though. And this right here is an example of why I like these containers. You see that in there? That is spilt gas, because I keep losing these caps, or if you fill it up too much, it comes out the vent right there when you're driving. So that's why I got these, because this will hold the fuel and it won't go everywhere in here. So what do you guys think? Should I move it over there? Should I leave it there? I'm kind of over the red cans. They're just not working out for me. I really hope the orange ones work. I don't know if I want to move everything until I know the orange ones work. What do you guys think? Never thought I'd think so much about two-stroke gas, but I'm just trying to make it the best it can be. Because, yeah, that's the gas can you use most of the day. Like, I fill the mower up once a day, maybe twice. I fill the other stuff up almost like every other yard. I took the fuel container, I'll throw it right there, and I moved it over here. And I kind of like it, and I kind of hate it. I like it because it fits. I hate it because, well, in order to get this one out, I have to pull this one out. So, kind of defeats the purpose of making it convenient if it's a little bit not convenient to just fit. So, maybe I'll move it here just to see. But I know having to move the gas container to get to that one is gonna really, it's gonna annoy me because it's not convenient, and I'm gonna have to move one thing to get to another, and then it's a specific order it has to go back into because it won't go in. See, it's got to come out. Revision 2, I reconfigured everything because I only fill the mower up once a day. I put all the mower gas up in the front. I moved the container back over here and put both two-strokes right there, and what do you know? It fits just fine and clears the blower. And I have extra room to put all my extra two-stroke and my chainsaw ball oil in there. So I think I'm gonna put it back and run like that to see how long it annoys me for having to go up there to get the containers for the gas. I know it's only like 14 more feet, but still, when you're working all day, especially in the end, I don't really like walking in the trailer to get gas when I can just reach right there and get it. But again, I fill those up once a day because that holds 14 gallons. I fill these up almost every yard. So I'm gonna put this back, I'm gonna roll with it. What do you guys think? Leave it there, leave those there, put it back the way I had it, give up altogether on all these two-stroke cans. All right guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm glad you guys decided to hang out with me. And now if you want a grass flap, go ahead and get one. So far it seems cool. Just know it's gonna be a lot harder than the instructions say it is, but overall, so far, it seems like a pretty cool product. I'll let you know as time goes on and how it holds up to the abuse of commercial mowing. But I'm gonna finish doing some things in here, tinkering, and switching things around and trying to make things more useful for this coming year. And you know, I've been wanting to ask you guys a question. I started this channel called Off the Path with Kevin because we have a bigger channel called Paving New Paths, where it's about our family and our adventures, and I wanted to make a space where it was just me not with my family. You know, what I do for work, things like that are not related to that channel. And somehow it became very much about my mowing company. Now, I do a lot of other things, but it seems like most of the videos are about the mowing company because, well, that's what you guys wanted. But I want to know, what else do you guys want to see? Because I do some tractor work, I do some ranching, I do all kinds of things, and I wanted this channel to be a place where I made videos for everything that wasn't about me and my family. So let me know, do you want to see me mow? Do you want to see me do landscaping work? Or is there something else you guys want to see? Because I do a lot of things, but right now it seems like you guys really enjoy the landscaping stuff, and I can film it. I just want to know, what do you guys want to watch? What do you guys want to hang out with me and do? Because I can do it. Anyway guys, hope you have a good one. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.